What's going on, guys? The Comics Kid 2099 here to talk to you about Evil Dead. This is a remake of The Evil Dead. This came out in 2013, I think, and I am going to sound like a gigantic hypocrite here, considering that I gave the 2011 Fright Night movie a pass for remaking a beloved classic movie from the 1980s. I think this movie is fine. I don't really have anything positive or negative to say about this movie, and I am a hypocrite because with Fright Night, you have the same characters from the original Fright Night movie basically going through the same story with a couple of different scenes here and there, and I appreciated that movie for taking the basic structure and doing some different things, updating characters when needed. Some characters didn't need to be as updated, but I felt like the movie was different enough that I appreciated it for being its own thing. And then you have this movie that is actually quite a bit different from the original The Evil Dead movie, and I found myself just thinking, I've been here before, I've seen this before. We have entirely different characters. We don't even have Ash and his idiot friend who goes too far with the joke, and Ash's sister, and Ash's girlfriend, and the other girl. We don't even have them. We have completely brand new characters here, but they are going through the same thing that the characters went through in The Evil Dead. And so I found myself thinking, I don't have to watch this movie because I already have The Evil Dead, and I can just watch that if I want to see characters go through some really gruesome, horrific stuff. And there is some pretty good, gruesome, horrific stuff in this movie, and I think you will really like it if you are not familiar with The Evil Dead. There is a interview, or it's a panel appearance that Bruce Campbell was on shortly before this movie came out, where he said these actors are better than the actors were when they made The Evil Dead. They had more money, they have better technology and better effects, so obviously it's going to be a better movie. He said something to that effect, and in theory, I guess he's right. If you have better actors and you have better technology and more budget, in theory you are going to be able to make a better movie. But I think there is something to be said about making a memorable movie, and as I said in my review of The Evil Dead, they had less than $10,000 and they were able to make a very memorable movie. Now, part of that might have been the crusade against video nasties of the time, of which The Evil Dead was one of the first. That might have helped it kind of attain this cult status, people saying, well, she says that I can't watch this movie because it's evil, so I'm going to watch it. That might have been part of it, but I'll be honest, I didn't even know that it was a video nasty until today, and I have enjoyed this movie, The Evil Dead, for a while. So I don't think that has everything to do with that movie attaining its cult status. Part of it might be that people like the sequels more. That certainly might be part of it. But I do think there is something to be said about taking a micro budget and doing some really cool and creative stuff with it. I was watching this and I was thinking, like, yes, they are doing a lot of practical effects here, and I appreciate that. I am not, in theory, against CGI. I think sometimes it is used when it doesn't need to be, and I like that this movie is trying to do a lot of practical stuff. I think it all looks really good, but the whole time I was thinking, this story is the story of The Evil Dead. And yes, it's a remake, but I don't know. I don't know why Fright Night, I'm okay with that movie basically being the same story of a vampire moves into the suburbs next door to this guy, he figures out that the guy's a vampire, and then he has to kill the vampire. It's the same story in both movies, but for some reason, I'm a little bit more okay with Fright Night trying to redo it and do it a little differently than I am with this movie. I kept telling myself, what if they took these different characters and the basis of the original The Evil Dead, there's a book, and then people get possessed, and then, horrible stuff happens. What if they took that and, like, ran with it? What if the possession happens in the city? What if it wasn't out in the middle of the woods in a cabin? Right there, immediately, you would have at least something that's kind of in the same vein of the original The Evil Dead, where you have the book that's made out of skin, and then someone gets possessed, and then a lot of horrible stuff happens, but it would at least look and feel a little different. I don't know. I just didn't really care for the movie. I'm probably never going to watch it again. Like I said, if you've never seen the original The Evil Dead, you might really like this movie because you have nothing to compare it to. But I can't say that I enjoyed it very much. I don't think that it's bad, but I also didn't really think it was especially memorable either. There are a few scenes that are pretty gruesome, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember that for a while, but overall, comparing this movie to the one that it is remaking, I am going to remember the original for a lot longer than I'm going to remember this movie. So those are my thoughts on Evil Dead. I hope you guys like this video, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of the day. Catch you later.